It's over! Finally! Alright. Welcome to my first official video after graduating college. It's been, what's today? Today is the 23rd, so it's been officially a month and 10 days since I've graduated. It actually took me 5 years to graduate. Thanks to my counselor, freshman and sophomore year, who messed up my plan. But I digress. We're not gonna harp on those things. Let me see. College was kind of hard in the beginning. My first semester was, when I say garbage, my first semester was garbage. Okay. I started in 2021 at 17. Crazy, such a child. But yeah, there were some ups and downs. There was quite a few times where I debated like quitting and just disappearing off the face of the earth, so I wouldn't have to face people in my life that like knew I was in school and like wanted me to keep going. But obviously, I kept going and I ended up graduating. But it was hard. It was really hard. What people don't tell you about college a lot of times is like the stress and pressure that you yourself put on yourself. Because it's like, obviously there's pressure of like collegiate level classes and studying and make sure you get good grades on your exams and just in classes in general. But like there's also another level of pressure that you just put on yourself because it feels like, I gotta get this right the first time, or like there is no room for failure. I gotta be A1 every single time. When in reality, it's not even how life works. So I don't know where that comes from, but it's the truth. But yeah. Also, being in college for 5 years made me realize how much teachers in like middle school and high school lied so much. Bro, I remember being in middle school and high school and teachers being like, oh, when you get to college, like, the professors are not going to care. Like, if you miss an assignment, they're just going to keep going and be like, whoop-de-doo, you failed, whatever. When, honestly, I feel like every professor I had in person was never like that. Or, like, if you, like, missed 2 assignments in a row or, like, you emailed them that something was going on in your life, like they would check up on you and like really be cool. Now that might just be the college that I went to, but I really don't think that, because even other people I know who go to different schools have like said. I made a couple great teacher relationships. Shout out to Professor Boer. She's probably the best professor, which is crazy because I've only had her for 2 semesters. Yeah. Which was my last 2 semesters, but she was probably the greatest teacher ever. She was the only professor that actually made me feel comfortable and culminated a space in the classroom where I actually felt comfortable to talk. Other than that, the only other class in my 5 years of college that I ever actually talked in was my speech class, which is because obviously we had to give speeches, or in a couple other classes, but it was only because it was like a mandatory presentation. That's quite literally it. Or, well, I didn't really talk in my senior seminar class. It was mostly like I did the presentation, or like if he would call, ask questions, whatever. But yeah. I also I can't say that I did this by myself. It was really mostly God. But he got me through. Without him, obviously, I would be anywhere. But him, and I gotta thank my mom. She supported me through all this, both financially and just keeping my spirits up. I gotta thank my grandma. She was really supportive. And also my 2 best friends, Emmanuel and Jeremiah, who, well, they keep me in good spirits without even knowing. Like, there was quite a few times where I was really down going through this college stuff, and they would send me like a TikTok or just the group chat messages of like dumb conversations that don't even make sense out of context. But yeah, those are really like my brothers. The only thing that makes us not technically siblings is that we're not blood related. But for real, that's family. Jeremiah was at my graduation, and Emmanuel technically was too. He couldn't make it in person, but he was on FaceTime when I walked across the stage. But yeah. All right. Um, as you can see in this section of the video, I am in an entirely different space. No, this is not like some outside part of the house or anything. No, I am actually on a Houston trip. Vlogs, plural, coming on that soon. With my two best friends and my best friend's fiance. Shout out to all of them. That's actually my room right there. Crazy. But yeah, this is part 2 of my graduation video. Woo! And this part of the video is about basically the group ready with me kind of section of what my graduation was. So basically the day before, my mom got there technically like in the wee hours of the night before, but the next day, which was Tuesday the 12th, my mom got there the 11th of May, but on the 12th of May, we went to Indianapolis and I got my eyebrows done. I got my nails done, and yeah, I just kind of hung out in Indianapolis for the day for a little bit, and then we went back to Fort Wayne, and then after that, I had my mom kind of refresh the outer lining of my locks, because I had already washed it and stuff and retwisted it like a few days prior, but I had her like, I don't want to say retwist it, because that sounds crazy and that would be putting a lot of stress on my hair, but like, she kind of just like refreshed it. I don't know how to put it, but like made it look neater on the outside. And then after that, she went to sleep and I went in my bathroom and started putting them in barrel rolls, excuse me, just so that I wouldn't have to do it the morning of, because I already knew my morning of was going to be stressful. And it took me a little minute, but I was watching the homies Derek and Darnell stream. Then the next day was graduation, and students had to be at the Coliseum by, I think it was 1 p.m. Yeah, and so I had to wake up a little early because I had to iron my clothes, and then I had to re-iron my cap and gown. Well, just my gown. I didn't iron my cap. Yeah, and then I had to print out all the stuff for my cap. And so I printed out pictures and stuff. I'll put some pictures and stuff of what it looks like up here. And then after that, I had already taken a shower and did my hygiene and stuff. And so after I got all of my cap stuff together, I got dressed, put the cap on, and my mom insisted on putting freaking mascara and stuff and a little bit of eyeshadow on me. Now, in the videos, I'm not gonna lie, I don't think you can really see the eyeshadow, but you can't see the mascara, because the mascara makes my lashes look, even though my lashes are already long naturally, because I didn't have on any type of false lashes, but they made my lashes look way longer than they actually are, which is kind of crazy. So I think I'm kind of into mascara now, which is also, for me, kind of crazy. But yeah, that's where this comes in. Then after that, it was obviously I think we had like a little bit of time, but I just took a couple things to the car, because also literally the next day after graduation, I had to go back to Texas. But yeah. Anyway, by this point, it was time for me to go to the Coliseum for graduation. And so we went there. I took a couple pictures outside before, and then we went inside and I took a couple professional pictures at the very beginning, right before any of us had graduated or anything. And then as we did that, more and more people came. It was crazy, and this is my bone to pick with the day of graduation. They had us show up, us being the students, show up at 1 p.m. Mind you, the graduation didn't start till 4, so we were just standing around for 3 hours. It really kind of a little bit over 3 hours for me. A little bit over 3 hours for everybody, kind of, because we all kind of showed up a little early and stuff. But it's just like we were just standing around for hours looking dumb when we didn't have to be. We really could have came like probably at most an hour before. I think we would have been just great. But then after all that waiting, during all that waiting, honestly, we got to talk to some professors that were like telling us how proud of stuff they are. There were a bunch of pictures taken of us, like all around. I'm put some on the screen, obviously. I was really walking around with the homies Danielle and Jathan. Shout out to them, graduates. We graduated together. Jathan was literally right in front of me in graduation. Crazy. But after that, then started is it not professional, child? Processional. Is that just for funerals? Ooh, by this you probably wouldn't be able to tell that I graduated college, but oh Lord. Anyway, that, and then we had to go through a whole bunch of groups of people even before our names, and then came time for my name to be called. I walked across the stage, didn't fall, thank you Jesus, and I got my I didn't even get my degree at our graduation. We got this little flimsy thing of paper. Anyway, that's a story for another day. But still, got a picture taken. And then right when you got off stage, you got another professional picture taken. And what I didn't know is that they were also taking other photos, like, while we were there and stuff. And it's a couple off-guard photos where I'm looking directly into the camera, which is crazy, but I love them. And then after that... what happened? Honestly, after that, I just went to go be with my family. My best friend Jeremiah was there in person, and then my other best friend Emmanuel was on FaceTime with the homie Jeremiah. Love both of them. Those are really quite literally they're my brothers. But then it was my mom, my grandma, and my uncle, and we went to Texas Roadhouse after. Had a nice little meal. At Texas Roadhouse, though, anybody with dreads that does barrel rolls will tell you. I feel like barrel rolls are hit or miss. Sometimes they can be like they hurt or they itch on like the first day, and then after that day, you can do like a couple things, get them a little loose, and then you'll be good. But other times with barrel rolls, they just be wildly uncomfortable for no reason, and that's what those were for me. So while sitting at the dang on Texas Roadhouse, I took them out. I sure did. It was after I ate though, so yeah, we were just sitting around talking. But after that, my uncle and my grandma left, my best friend left, and then me and my mom went back to my dorm for the last night ever. Oh my God. And then ooh, bugs, child. I don't do bugs. And then after that, we just left the next day. Well, I had to return my keys, cause yeah. And then we left the next day, and I have been in Texas ever since. Woo! But yeah. What's the next part of this? What's next? So, I am taking a year off. Well, at this point, it has been... It is July now, so it's... By the time I get home from my trip, from this trip, it will have been 2 months since I've graduated. So, I'm taking a year off as far as curriculum goes. I'm going to study for the MCAT and hopefully pass that when I take it. And then next is medical school, and the end goal of life is to have a career in neurosurgery. Yeah. Also, well, y'all don't know me like that by now, but people who know me know uh, I haven't been diagnosed yet, but that's coming soon too. I think I got ADHD like real bad, so the side quests will be happening. They're already happening, but yeah. Another goal of mine is to move into an apartment of my own. Not to say that like I don't like living with my mom, but it's also like I'm 21. I'll be 22 in like as of recording this. I'll be 22 in literally 3 weeks, or 3 weeks, 21 days. So maybe like 2.5 weeks, maybe. Yeah, I think it's like 2.5 weeks. But still, that's crazy. But yeah, no, in literally 2 weeks, not even 2.5. Dang, that's crazy. But I'll be 22, and it's not. Again, it's not that I don't like living with my mom, or that it's like, oh, I don't. She doesn't like it. No, it's just like I like my own space. And I think living in a dorm where low key it kind of felt like I was living by myself. I had a roommate. Uh, I feel like I've been used to that for the past few years. That like now living with my mom is kind of like you ain't got nowhere to be. Like not even on the weekend. Like you gonna work on the weekends? Wow. I don't know. I just like my space now, and so I think that's really the next step is to yeah. But that has been the graduation video. Crazy that it took me 2 months. About to be, by the time it's posted, have been 2 months. Crazy that it has taken this long to finish this video and get it out. But hopefully you enjoyed it and it was worth the wait. Until next time. Alright. Day of graduation. I had to print out. I just started this talking. Well, today is the day I'm graduating college. It's a weird day. But started my morning off by printing things that I'm going to put on my cap and gown. Yeah. Well, these little memorable things I got to on my cap. And then, on the tassel thing on my cap. But, yeah. I don't know if I'm going to be doing that because my mom is in my room, but, yeah, I'm definitely gonna record my fit before I leave, and then me and my cap and gown. So, yeah. Okay, so it's obviously later, and here's what we got. Let me show you how to fit. Don't mind my background, please. But this is the fit, and then I got these dunks. Yeah. Graduation. Here we go. And I don't know if you can see my freaking cap thing. But I positioned it looked weird, but I positioned it so you can see it from like the stands behind us. That are gonna be behind us, so yeah. Oh, I got my keys. Alright. Graduation, here we go. It is 12:27. Right on time. I'm trying to leave at 12:30. I don't even know how excited I am. This is crazy. This looks like a lopsided bag. Also, I got my nails done, which I don't use. So we got boom, that side. I don't even know if you can see that. I can't see. And then we got this side. But yeah, I'm gonna catch y'all when I'm with my people at graduation though. So the homies. So
So, bye.
Alright. We got the homie done, yeah.
What's up? Y'all know something from the 260, you know?
Ew. Alright. And then coming up, we got the homie Jathan. Big graduation. We already out here. We here on a mission. My phone is crazy. Anyway, we finna graduate. We have officially graduated. Now we're just sitting here waiting on the rest of the people to be called.
Imagine being one of the people who got the name like the coldest to ever live. Like,
it is now time for you to observe the tradition of moving your task from the right side of your mortarboard to the left side, signifying your new status as alumni of Purdue University Fort
We're supposed to do it,
So
shit.
please move your tassel from the right to the left.
It's over! Finally! I'm not gonna lie, that scared the mess out of me. Come on, man. We did it, man! Not microplastics.
fake an injury, get that check.
Get a check.
Can you put this back on me?
What was it that hit?
Her metal field.
Oh,
You thought something fell from the sky?
yeah.
Alright, that's enough. Let's go. I'm sick of this shit right now. And then the Joker comes out. And you thought it was over.
He's gonna have to sit and rise 3 more times. Don't do it.
Now we're back. After dinner. Everything's good. Bye.